Alright, I'm back over at the Florida heat pump geothermal 5-ton unit. I've got the coil actually cut loose and ready to pull out of there, but this one was not fun. As you can see, I cut a small hole there, and then there's a filter opening right here, so I had to stick my arm in here and unscrew the 3 screws. And in the back, see, I cut a hole in the back, and same thing back there. It was a pain getting those 3. That's the worst part about this whole job, really, is taking those 3 screws out, or 6 screws. But I cut it loose. When the new coil gets here, I'm going to sweat everything in out there because it's really tight in there. So that's it. It's what experience these things are. You haven't lived until you pull the evaporator from a geothermal. Alright, I just went and picked up the new coil from the supplier. Met me on an exit. So I stopped and got something to eat at the Waffle House, and now I'm back with the new coil. I leaned up against the pool table. I'm brazed in the feeder tubes, the cap tubes, and now we'll get it back in there in its new home, hopefully for a very long time. These you can see that these are still copper tubes with aluminum fins, but what they've done is they've zinc coated all all of the copper pipes that go through there. They've zinc coated them, so they say that that's going to fix it. So only time will tell. Alright, so I've got the new coil in place. There she blows. It's all brazed up, and I got screws in it. I can't confirm or deny whether it has six screws or 2 screws, or I just can't confirm it. So or deny. So I'll let y'all figure it out. Anyway, this is the only time. It's the only bad time about working by yourself. This one was kind of tough to get in there, but it's in now. The hard part's done. It's just pulling a vacuum, patching these holes, and weighing it in. The unit calls for 8 pounds 4 ounces of Freon, and when I recovered it, I had 4 pounds 3 ounces. So that tells you how low it was. I'm just surprised it hadn't gone off on fault, some sort of fault. So anyway, well, that's it, pretty much. Alright, so I got everything welded. Started pulling a vacuum on it. Wouldn't hold a vacuum, so I was like, what in the world is the deal? So I decided I'd put a little pressure on it. It's a little bonus footage. Guess you can hear that. So, brand new coil with a leak in it. I don't know if it happened during shipping or what, but definitely leaking. So now I gotta leave the guy here without heat for a couple days till we get a new coil. So, there you go. Alright, one more thing I want to add. When I picked up the coil, the only type of packing that I received with the coil was this piece of cardboard, and the coil was just sitting on it. So I don't know if it wasn't in a box or anything like that with a bunch of styrofoam packing, and it was just a plain coil on this piece of cardboard. So, you know, it may have not been leaking when it left the factory, but it could have happened during shipping. Who knows when it happened? But there's no way of knowing, because there's no, it's not sealed up and holding nitrogen, or so the ends are just open. I mean, they have a piece of plastic or a piece of rubber on each opening, but it's not sealed up. So when you cut it open to see if it has pressure on it or not. So when I put it in, I had no idea if it had pressure on it or not. And you know, it sucks to have to put this stuff all together, and then you get ready to pull a vacuum and it won't hold it won't pull down into a vacuum. You know, so now I got to do twice the amount of work. When the homeowner comes home, I'm gonna find out if he wants me to put it back together so he can have some electric heat. Hopefully he doesn't. Hopefully he says, no, we're good. I've got other systems. So hopefully I don't have to put everything back together and then take everything back apart again. But if the manufacturer would just take a little extra time and secure everything right and solder up the ends and put a charge on it so we know if it's got pressure on it when we open it up, this could be avoided. But anyway, I guess that's it. Like I said, I hope the homeowner says, yeah, it's fine. They're going to overnight me a coil. But today's Thursday, so it's not going to be here tomorrow. And if it does come tomorrow, it's going to be really late, and you know, I'll put it in if if it shows up. But I don't know. This is what are you going to do? Anyway, I want to thank Florida Heatpump, which is now Bosch, because Bosch bought Florida Heatpump. So I want to thank you for helping me out here.